In your videos, we see you consuming lots of bottled water, at least we think it is water, which is very important for a vocalist to do while performing. But how does smoking cigarettes and the fumes from the metal grinder pops you use on stage affect your vocal performance?
Lots and lots of water, always on tour and stage, is water. The cigarette thing, that's a never-ending battle and fight. I've already had vocal surgery once for years of use, and smoking doesn't help that. I quit after the surgery and then I went back to it, and so I'm constantly fighting that one, but sometimes it has an effect when you can tell when you've been smoking too much. You can feel the roughness. I drink a lot of throat coat tea and a lot of water to keep that in check. The metal grinding, that's a rare thing on stage. That only happens once in a while when our friends from Ohio are with us. So that hasn't affected me much except for the burning in the back of my head when they grind on my back.
How does it feel to be on stage with your wife, Tanya?
She's part of the electro horror group, but she generally only does merch, and the girls don't go out with us as often as we'd like because it costs money to take a bunch of needy women on tour. They require things like showers, and we don't want to travel in fish. Shut up over there. Yeah. Give me memory. No, it's great having them around and having her around, but she's generally merchandise, and she's the dead mother for them, so.
How do you feel the band has progressed since its conception?
Backwards? Just watching the state of the industry, it feels like it's going backwards sometimes, while it takes its dying breath. But as far as the band personally from the beginning, it's been a learning process. We set out to do it the way we wanted to always, and we developed our style, we developed our writing, and the way we pull it all off. And we've gone through different lineup changes and arrangements, and the way we write and record, going from a full band just down to 2 people producing it all. But all in all, it's progressed for the better. Obviously, it's been an evolution to better and better each time. And the next CD is going to prove that.
These next questions go out to the incredible Cynergy 67 Master Axe, Nico, aka Evo1. Who influenced you the most to play guitar?
Well, the bands I suppose that most influenced the way I play my style would be Korn, Orgy, and Tool.
That's how the truth.
They're not the reason. Def Leppard's not the reason why I learned to play guitar. I was just obsessed with them all through grade school.
And how have they influenced your sound today?
Having listened to a lot more industrial bands made me really want to get in depth with programming my own sounds and playing with a lot of effects. And it's something that I really enjoy doing, programming.
What kind of equipment do you use on stage as far as effects, rack mount, sound, and guitars?
I use a GT10 effects processor. That's where all my sound comes from. I use a power amp and a 2-channel EQ to blend 2 different guitar sounds together. I also run my cabinet stereo, and that helps to blend the sounds together. During shows, I have the mic both sides of the cabinet to blend the sounds together.
In your words, how is it different being a lead guitarist for an electro rock band than, say, a rock band?
Well, a lot of times I guess I look at synths the way a rock guitarist might look at a second guitarist. I don't know, I feel that the guitar is another one of the instruments that makes up a full song.
I must ask you also, how do you think the band has evolved since its conception?
Well, since the beginning, it seems that the band has increased in steps, and over a long period of time, it seems like it's been slow going, but looking back from the beginning, it's nice to see how far we've progressed, and I feel that we just keep getting better and better at what we do, and we've learned a lot of things on the way.
This next set of questions goes out to Danny, aka Mundane. Tell us, how long have you been in Cynergy 67?
Oh, going on 4 years now.
What kinds of collaborations have you done within the compositions of the upcoming album?
This will be the first time I'm starting to work with these guys in the in-studio production. I'm trying to feel my way through it, so we'll see if these guys are good teachers or not.
I'm a big fan of Jaco Pastorius and a bass enthusiast. The bass guitar, as we all know, is the groove of the music. Do you ever feel that the special effects within the music and the synths challenge the levels of the main bass groups?
Never. Without one or the other, it just wouldn't be the same. It's like one nice little marriage they got going there.
And will the new album showcase more of the groove than in previous albums?
Yes. Yes, it will indeed.
What kind of equipment do you use on stage?
All about the Yamaha bass. That thing is feather light and so nice to play. It's a beautiful baby. I frequent the local pawn shops, and that's the best deal for the buck. And they got a lot of great equipment for really cheap. So.
For the abuse.
Yeah, the road abuse just kills everything.
We get pretty violent at points with each other. We've had a few broken bass jacks.
Yes, we've had to do surgery on many an instrument.
Finally, how do you think the band has evolved since its conception?
Well, since I've been here, we've gone through, 3 costumes? Went from to kind of level right now until the next big thing happens.
Do you feel that electronic rock music is the next big thing, and why?
I don't know if electronic rock will be the next big thing. I hope so. I'd like to be, that we're a part of that and making it so. But
Bill and Ted teach us.
it had its, it started to really catch the mainstream on 9 Inch Nails and such, and it never really grew much further from there. But the lines are so blurred these days as to what really constitutes. A lot of the pop is crossed over so much into the electronic realm that who says it's not already the next big thing? Do I think the industrial scene will be the next mainstream? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it had its chance, and it's become so diluted that there is no such thing anymore as just electronic or industrial or rock or pop. There's only a few genres left that are strictly to their genre, and even the metal bands are going to backing tracks now. So,
do any of you see yourselves doing any solo projects?
I don't see a need to. I've thought about it. I've thought about myself just doing something totally electro synth popish or something just for fun.
DTXM.
Yeah, we've tried that with straight electro, but all the songs ended up making it into the Cynergy rotation. And there's no reason, I don't think there's any reason for us to go out and do anything on the side anymore, unless it's just for fun or for helping. Yeah, because this takes up plenty of time already. I don't think we need any more hours of our day taken up by this. It's already hard enough to balance a normal home life with full-time musician, and we're out on the road so much. If we're not on the road, we're working on our next stage setup or next plans for recording. We're barely into pre-production on the current album, and we're already planning the next one. So we've got plenty to keep us busy with this and to stay focused on. Evo does video game music on the side, to expand his horizons, and Mundane, I don't know what he does.
Sketch comedy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's got his comedy stuff to keep him busy. And when I'm really, honestly, there's not a moment in the day that doesn't revolve around Cynergy, which gets me in trouble. But it's everything to me. It's my baby. It's my passion. So, no, I don't think you'll see any solo projects anytime soon.
When playing Unplugged, do you feel out of your element since you are an electronic rock band and not an Alice in Chains type band?
Absolutely.
We feel naked.
We were very happy. The Hot Topic acoustic tour we did for the release of the last album, we essentially, it was planned because we had to be in Hollywood for our CD release, and we wanted a reason to go to it, or a reason to drive out there and not spend so much money. So we hit up a couple of Hot Topics and talked about doing the acoustic tour, and it ended up turning into, I think, 13 of them on the way there and back. And it was an experience, and it was well received.
Fun too.
Yeah, it was fun. But at the same time, yeah, it lacked a lot of what we put all our effort into. No costumes, no lights, no electronics, just acoustics and normal clothing. It felt very naked.
It was interesting to try to take a lot of those songs and to translate them into acoustic songs. I don't know. It was a challenge, but fun at the same time.
It showed people that we were more than just programs.
And kind of showed our true musician side.
Yeah, versatility.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for such a wonderful interview. Good luck with your upcoming album, and hopefully we'll be able to interview again next year to check in with how the album's doing. Thank you all for tuning in to Digitalust Magazine.